So what is 360score.me and how is it going to help you improve your organization? So we are fundamentally a 360-degree review tool to help measure the reputation of individuals across your organization. But before we get into the tool itself and how we get you this powerful data, a couple of little backstory points first. Some of the things that distinguish us from other tools that you may have used or heard of in the past. So a lot of 360-degree review tools have a common problem, and that is the content that they develop, people don't trust. We have found that anonymity is incredibly important in order to make sure that you get the best, most radical candor and honest feedback from your coworkers. If you do not have anonymity, we find that people will actually inflate their scores of others out of fear of blowback. So in order to make sure that this is quality content that people are sharing and not just a fluff survey that people are responding to for administrative purposes, anonymity is key. The next critical component of our tool and what makes us unique is our grading scale. And we aren't trying to come up with some new scale. We are using the traditional letter grade A to F scale that people are familiar with. Right out of the gate, we remind people that average is not an A+ or an A. Average is a C. And so using this grading scale becomes an exceptional way to make sure that you don't have reputation inflation, where you don't have the problem that you see in a lot of other scoring systems, where everyone is getting a 5.0 or everyone is getting 100. And actually, if anything, if you don't get a 5.0 or 100 or a 10, you are the outlier. And teaching people to use the traditional A to F scale properly creates differentiation when they are scoring their coworkers. So where do we get our 360 scores from? It all starts off with an organizational chart that we import. Based on who reports to who and how close the proximity is, decides who gets surveyed as well as how much those survey responses count. So this is our easy to use, mobile friendly survey where we get everyone's scores from. It starts off with a self-evaluation. Then it's a matter of providing some quick and easy feedback about your coworkers. The ones that came from your org chart that are within proximity of you, this you will provide a 360 score, some additional feedback, and then most importantly or most significantly, you want to be able to give them some color. So provide some comments that then get shared with their supervisor and then will be shared with them directly in a 360 report. Once all of that information is tabulated, you then have this supervisor view. This is a cumulative view of the reputation of individuals in your organization. This can be intimidating at first to see letter grades associated with people, but people have an opinion of each other. They just have it in their heads and they may not share it. The problem is if you don't share that feedback, people do not have an ability to get better. 360score.me makes that data available to supervisors and makes it available for them to share with their reports in the version of this 360 report. So that way they can know what they're doing really well on and areas for improvement. But then most importantly, they get to share with them an edited version of all the feedback that is being provided by their coworkers to them, areas that are exceptional or areas that need some additional assistance. This ultimately creates a culture of openness, a culture of radical candor in an organization where feedback is not feared, but shared regularly so people can improve themselves. Organizations that create this culture of openness generally will take their culture to the next level. Thank you for joining us. That is 360score.me.